Today I'm having a look at another Star Wars Black Series figure. This is the Geonosian warrior from the subline of the Star Wars Attack of the Clones movies, and it's number 11 in the series. And it's a pretty cool alien figure. I like this guy. If you know me, you know I like weird aliens, and yeah, this guy qualifies for that. On the bottom, barcode, side, cool galaxy style side art. Yeah, looks good. Far side, nothing there. On the back, just got the bio and basically the same picture as the front. Inside of the box, there's a little bit of a view of the Geonosian arena. Kind of cool. Here's the Geonosian warrior freshly freed from his plastic prison. And he's a cool looking figure. It's a pretty nicely detailed figure. Although, like many other people have said who've reviewed this figure previously to me doing this, they've commented that it needs a wash, and I would have to agree with that. As you can see, there's a lot of fine detail on this, but it's kind of plain looking. It really needs a wash to bring out the wrinkles and the details on the forehead and on the body. But it is a really cool looking figure. But before we get into checking him out a little further, let's look at the accessories he comes with. He comes with an extra set of wings, and these ones are clear with a little bit of fading, and they're a little thicker at the top up here. It's supposed to, I guess, simulate fluttering or like flying. These are okay, but they're not my favorite, so I probably won't be displaying him with those. And then he comes with a little flight stand, which is kind of nice. I guess this pokes into his butt, and yeah, you set this up there, and he plugs into the back of that, so that's handy. And then he's got his little whatchamacall this type of blaster. It's a sonic blaster, and it's cool. Lots of nice details on this. It's pretty nice, but once again, it looks like it needs a little bit of a wash. It's a little bit plainish looking, but it does have the green simulation here on the end of like how it looked kind of like in the movies. So that's kind of accurate. I like that. So some nice detail there. Not bad. Looking at the figure, he's pretty nice. He comes with the two sets of wings. These are the ones, the stock ones that are on him, and I like the gradient fading up here on the shades of colors on these. They're pretty nice. They're on a like pivot ball system back here, so they all move independently, which is kind of nice. And these actually turn. You can put them in any position up or down you want, and that's pretty nice. Looks good. I like the gold effect on these, like these little armor looking things here. That looks pretty cool too. Goes around his chest. Yeah, pretty nice looking. Yep, the little red right there on that on his lower tunic. That's pretty cool. He's a nice looking figure. Very insect looking. Yep. There's the back with his little back thing over there. And this is where it plugs into the stand plugs into his butt right there. How's that for a visual? But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking figure. I actually like this. I think it's pretty neat. Looking at the head sculpt a little closer there, check out his little beady eyes. Yeah, his tusks. I like that. If you want to go over articulation, let's do that real quick right here. Okay, so he's got two joints. His neck moves at the bottom down here. Head moves up and down like this. Tilts a little bit side to side, so that's kind of cool. You can give him a little Geonosian attitude. He can look up like that much and down quite a bit, like all the way down. So that's kind of cool. The arms go out to this, only out to this far out, and they're kind of stuck at this angle here. So about like, yeah, I think I can, well, hopefully it won't break. So they go out about like that, and they're on these balls here. There's not really a butterfly joint per se, but they do shift up and down a little bit. But as far as how up high the arms can go, I can't get it any higher than that right there. That's about it. Wrists are both ball jointed hinges. They swivel, pretty much up and down, in and out. So that's good. The arms bend up that high exactly. Yep. Then down like that. So, yep, about like that. Legs can kick up that far exactly. and there's a joint right here at the knee joint. It goes back that far, and then they're kind of like dog legs where they kind of bend in this direction, sort of like, yeah. And see, it goes in that far. They bend forward that far, I want to say, and then back that far. And then the feet are on hinge and swivels up and down, and a little bit of, yeah, they have a little side to side. Yep, in and out. So that's kind of cool. And then the legs can go out fairly far. Yeah, wow, look at that. That's quite a bit. Yep, and the chest, he can go as far as he can go forward on the chest. He can go forward, I want to say that much, not much at all. Back, slightly more. Yeah, forward not much, a little bit side to side, and there's a little swivel. There's a rotation down here by the below this floating belt down here, and up at the top up here. So it's got two joints up there. So you can do a little side to side crunch, a little bit. Mine's pretty tight, but you can turn down by the bottom down here. So yep, you want to keep that aligned straight so it looks better. Yep, as much as possible. So yeah, that's in a nutshell. That's it. And the wings, like I said, the wings can go back and forth, in and out. It's kind of cool. I like it. Looks pretty good. Yep, in and out and like that. You can pull them back. It's really pretty nice. Here's a basic shot of what he looks like holding the weapon. Yep, the sonic blaster, and that looks cool. Because of the way the bends are up here, you can't really get it up higher, much higher than this. It's not going to really, you can't really do much with it. So it's kind of stuck with it, shooting it kind of lower. But I think if you have him on the flight stand, maybe it'll look a little better. So here's a quick pose of what he looks like on the stand holding the weapon. And it's kind of cool. I like it. It's different. Here's another pose with him with the white wings on. And I mean, they're pretty cool. They're kind of thickish, like I said. I think it's supposed to simulate, like, you know, fluttering transparency type flying. I kind of just like how the other wings look. But overall, I mean, it's still nice they included these, so that's not bad. At least it gives you something else to mess with on them. Well, I guess actually that's about it for this guy. If you liked the review, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it a lot. Well, thanks again for watching this, guys, and we will catch you on the next one. Hope you guys take care, and we will see you out there next time. Be well, my friends, and remember, may the Force be with you always.